In the words of Nikki Bascome, 3 important things to have are dedication, desire, and discipline. And we couldn't agree more. With that said, I encourage you to wake up every day with a goal in mind and never hesitate to smash that goal. Even if you happen to lose on the way, just know that that's not the end for you. Get back up and try again. Now let's get to the show.
Hello and welcome to Coaching the Atlantic. I'm your host, Prophecy, and we're here with Bermuda's own Nikki Bascome.
What's up, man?
Boxing royalty, as far as,
Thank you.
you know what I mean? We usually do the B-roll with the people that we interview, but due to your injury and everything like that, we're not going to do that. But we're going to have fans, supporters that are going to be watching, and they're going to be pretty genuinely concerned. So if you don't mind, what happened to you and how are you making out?
Oh, I just had a little accident. Nothing serious. On the bike.
Okay, all right.
Somebody stopped short in front of me. So.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you
hit my knee. So, I'm getting better, though.
Well,
it's nothing serious. Yeah.
You're definitely blessed.
Yeah, I actually just started back doing something light this week, but I'm good.
Oh, so you're recovering.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
Everything's cool. You're definitely blessed to still have you with us. You know what I mean? Because it could have been worse. God knows what else could have happened. Like you got an angel on your side right there.
Of course.
So a lot of people don't know, but you lost your mom at a young age.
Yeah.
So do you feel like that her spirit is kind of like what drives you to keep pursuing what you pursue? You know what I mean?
Course.
That's your source of motivation right there.
Yeah,
like,
of course. Yeah, it's, growing up, I had my struggles. Had a lot of anger built up, like, why me? Then eventually, I realized, I can't be mad forever. I got to channel that energy into something positive. I found out about boxing. That was my niche. I just, channel that energy. It's something that I would never really fully get over. But, I'm way more mature, grown, and, healed, I would say healed pretty much. But it's always that little bit you always think about it.
Well,
what if life was, how would life be if they was her?
Yeah, true enough. But I guess it doesn't get easier. You just learn how to deal with it a lot better, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
But pretty much explains why you even took up boxing, because you needed somewhere to channel your energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. I was getting in trouble in school, fighting, and, a lot of little things, just making my life way more complicated than it should have been, putting myself back. Once I found boxing, it kind of like disciplined me and helped me to, get back on track, have goals in mind, and, look for my future.
So what else about boxing, is it that you love that makes you passionate about it?
I like boxing because it's a place where you could perform underneath the lights. And it's something that, you have to work hard for. It's not something you could just say, I want to fight, and then just go up there. So it's more rewarding once you win, after you go through the whole process of a training camp and, pushing yourself. You'll be surprised how far, your body could push itself, So for me, it's more so something that I like to, perform and, show my skills, and then once I win, have my hand raised, it's a beautiful feeling, and plus the money too.
Of course. It's crazy because it's like I liken you a lot to Floyd Mayweather, not just with your skill in the ring, but just kind of like your brand. You know what I mean? What it means, when there's a Nikki Bascome fight on, you know what I mean? But before we go any further, is there ever been a time where you said man, I don't even want to do this anymore? Because I know we always come up with those times and those periods in our lives where we go through dark periods and, it's kind of hard to move on. But do you feel like with this, considering it's Bermuda, it's a sport that people like, but it's not a sport that a lot of people participate in here. You know what I mean? A lot more Bermudians will probably be more into football, cricket. But have you ever had a frustration period and you just kind of said, I don't even want to do this no more? Has that ever happened?
Yes and no. like when my coach passed away, that was probably one of my hardest periods.
Condolences.
Yeah, thank you. That was in 2018, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And once he passed away, that was just like the guy that, you know, guided me in my career. I pretty much knew everything I know about boxing because of him, you know. So when he passed, he was like a father figure to me. It was kind of like, I don't know if I want to do this no more, because when you go back to your corner
mm-hmm.
and you look for that guidance and that direction and instruction, you always want somebody that knows you. He knew me.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like I didn't really know nobody else that had that same understanding.
Okay.
Once I went back to the ring. But, you know, eventually it was like, he got me to where I am for a reason. He wants to see me go far, so I can't just give up.
No.
You know, he will want me to continue. And, you know, after I ran away and I met Jeff Mayweather,
okay,
he became a good friend of mine too. So, you know, it was hard at first building that trust because it's new. You know, I'm so used to going back to my corner, see my coach. But eventually it made me stronger. Now I could, you know, adapt in any situation now when I got my corner in my...
So it definitely made your skin thicker, like, you know, you're able to kind of pull yourself out of, if you feel your mentality going to a dark place, you know how to kind of like pull yourself out of it.
Exactly. I feel like it will never be the same though, you know, because, you know, Mr. Rigo, he done a lot, not just me, but a lot of kids, but he kind of like gravitated to me more. And, you know, he took me on boxing trips. He used to take me all across Florida to spar and, you know, fight as an amateur. So I built up a lot of experience. And, you know, once he passed, man, it was like, damn, what I'm going to do? But, you know, I got the opportunity to go to Vegas, made some connections.
Okay.
And and now his son coaches me.
Oh, wow.
So he was always my cut man, his son.
So it's kind of like you kept it in the family.
Right, exactly. And then his other grandson, Santo, you know, I used to live out in his house and I used to go away to training camp in Florida and fight out there. So he's always been a part of my team as well. So it's always been a close knit.
Well, curious, do you feel like you'd be as good as you are if you just stayed here and trained, or do you feel like going outside the island to train really made a big difference to how your skill level is right now?
Most definitely. You know, you need to go outside your comfort zone. You know, you need to be in a different environment where you can learn and, you know, be pushed. You're not always going to be the best fighter in the gym. And once you see other guys at the level that, it motivates you, you know, and it makes you work harder. So, just being able to be in like different gyms, see different styles, learn different things, and then you can implement it in your game, you know, is good. Because here, you know, it's only so far you could go.
True enough.
But for me, I've always been a person where, like, even though I'm here training, I'm going to stay in shape and I'm going to commit myself to my craft and still push. So when I do go away, you know, I just need a little bit of fine tuning so I can hang with guys.
Okay. Well, you know, Bermuda definitely loves you. You sell out shows, you know, you pack venues. This is why I kind of like say it's like a Nikki Bascome fight. It's kind of like similar to a Floyd Mayweather experience. And you had 10 wins, 1 loss?
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. How did that 1 loss feel for you?
It was just the better man won. I think it was the best thing that ever happened to me, to be honest. In the loss, I learned way more about myself, things that I can improve on my game, you know. It takes a lot sometimes to see that, you know, because we think that we're right here, but because we're winning, but once we lose, you know, it lets you know where you really are. And, you know, I was lacking on my defense, and there were some other things outside the ring that were affecting me, you know. And after the loss, it made me see who was really for me and what changes I needed to make outside the ring.
So you would say that like that loss humbled you and kind of brought a lot of clarity to you?
Yeah, for sure. You know.
So, I mean, it is Burmy. We all know how it is. Like, especially like when you're dealing with Bermudians and everything, a Bermuda crowd. Now, you have a big fan base. With that comes criticism, of course. So, you might have people that will say you probably lost more than one fight, probably. You know what I mean? That you've only fought people that are not on your level. What would Nikki have to say to those people that, like, you know, critique and have an opinion about that kind of thing? What would you have to say to
I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. In the beginning of my career, I would say that some guys that I fought, they wasn't on the same level.
Oh, okay.
But as I stepped up in rounds, I fought guys that were on my level and even a little bit better than me. And they were tough fights. You know, I'm not going to sit there and say like I completely dominated the fight. But at the end of the day, I won. You know, they can't take it from me. I'm not going to let them make me feel like I didn't deserve it. I worked hard for it. You know, and some criticism is good.
Yeah.
You know, it makes you, you know, work harder. Some criticism is just straight hating.
Yeah, definitely.
So
just constructive criticism and then
exactly.
Just criticism.
You just have to, you know, be a filter, really.
Okay.
You know, be a filter.
Well, that's crazy because it's like when, you know, you have a person that has a lot of people, you know, saying or talking on what it is that they do, it's kind of like, well, it's one thing to have that perspective, but you're the person that's in the ring actually fighting those fights. You know what I mean? So it's kind of easy to critique from the sidelines when they ain't got to endure what you got to endure, right?
Exactly. You know, I know for sure, like, you know, boxing's a hard sport and not anybody could just do it. So right there and then, for me, it's like, okay, Nick, you can't pay attention to negative stuff. You're doing something that some people can't do. You know?
True enough.
So if you want to try, go ahead. Let's see how well you do. You know, but this is something that I've been doing since 2004. And you know, it is always room for improvement. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I work with the resources that I have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I make the most of it. You know, win, lose or draw, I'm proud. My girlfriend's proud. You know, my teammates are proud. My coaches are proud. You know what I'm saying? Can't make everybody happy. That's what I'm coming to realize. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. And I don't take it like personally when somebody critiques. Nah.
So like you said, everybody's entitled to your opinion, to their opinions.
Yeah. I have close friends that critique me all the time.
Oh, wow.
So, you know what I'm saying? At first, you don't want to hear it.
I could imagine.
Yeah, but at some point, you got to humble yourself and, okay, it's probably right. And then, you know, you work hard on what they're talking about. But, you know, like I said, you got to just be a filter.
Sure enough. Now, I want to backtrack a little bit to like what I said at the beginning of this question, which was, you know, you pack out venues. You know what I mean? You sell out seats. How does that feel? Like, do you feel nervous? Like, it's your fight, you know, it's your event. Do you like still get like butterflies, jittery, whatever, like what right before doing it, even though you've done this for so long?
For me, it's always been like another day at the gym or sparring. So you get these little jitters, but you know how to control them as you get more experience. I try not to focus on what's going to go wrong. I try to focus on what's going to go.
So is there like a ritual or like a process, like to kind of just keep your mind like from?
When Mr. Rigo was alive, it was more so I will go for a nice little drive and, you know, go over the game plan, come back to his house, chill out, watch some fights. You know, his wife will cook dinner and eat, and then we head to the fight. As when he passed away, it kind of changed now. You know, I stay at a gas house and just chill and I play PlayStation or Fortnite.
Fortnite. Okay, yeah.
Like this year,
no Call of Duty or nothing like that.
Sometimes.
Okay. All
But
right.
I've been playing it because of my stepson, right?
Oh, okay, all right.
So I got into it my last training camp for my fight, and I'm hurt. I'm like losing. But as I started playing it more, I got good at it, right? And so I would just chill, not try to put no extra pressure on myself. Just more so just the work's done already.
Yeah.
You just got to go out and perform.
Okay.
And I definitely pray. I ask for that guidance, that protection for not just me, but my opponent also, and everybody else that's competing.
Okay. So there was some rumors that your last fight was your last fight, that you were taking a step back for a while because you had personal stuff going on or whatnot. Now, is that true, or are we still going to look forward to seeing you fight some more?
Actually, I don't know where that came.
Hey, you know how people
funny.
Talk, bro.
Yeah, that's funny.
Bernie,
Okay. Nah, I'm not retired.
Okay.
I was actually supposed to fight in March.
Okay.
But due to COVID-19 and stuff, that it got pushed back till next year. So
okay.
Probably they heard I did do an interview, and I said it gave me time to do other things.
Okay.
That I like to do.
Okay.
Because I've been boxing for so long that I've basically missed out.
Yeah, you never took a day off.
Exactly. Missed out on so much. And, maybe the COVID-19 pandemic was a blessing in disguise for me. Give myself some time to recover, reevaluate. You make some new goals.
Yeah.
During the time off, I was able to, come to the gym and, work with people. And, when I'm finished boxing, I'll be able to have something to do.
Okay.
Give back, remotivate myself, find new motivation. That's something that I'm always looking for. Is finding something to motivate me. Something inside that's gonna push me to that next level. And that this time off has helped me do that. Now I'm reinventing myself. I feel like
that's important.
Yeah,
that's important.
The next part of my career is it's not just about me. I'm going out there to win for the kids behind me that look up to me. The community, the whole Bermuda. That's my job,
Now, the thing about it is, I'm pretty sure, like you said, you've been doing work in the gym. You know what I mean? You've been training some local talent as well, or?
Pretty much just training people that want to just gain some fitness.
Okay.
A lot of women, they actually like doing the pad work and stuff.
Yeah, boxing's a great source of fitness, actually.
Yeah, few kids, and I have like a class Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And, I've been training people then just, boxing one-on-one, keep people in, good condition.
Okay.
But I'll be easing off from it soon.
All right.
So I could focus on my next fight.
Okay.
I'm just waiting on the date.
Well, okay. This brings me to another question, or the next question, out of all the questions I've been asking. But, you have a lot of Bermudians that would want to see you fight like some up-and-coming local talent that they feel like could be good competition for you. Now, have you ever purposely kind of strayed away from that for a reason, or have you always kind of planned to do that, but you've never seen the opportunity to even have that happen? Or
I've never had nobody come to me and say it to. And who would I fight? That's the other thing.
Well, I mean, that's a good question. Who are some local talents that you've observed that you feel like have a lot of potential?
We got Andre Lamb. He's out of my gym. Tyler Christopher, he's away now. And Adrian Roach. Those are like the 3 guys I would say in Bermuda that I could see going places.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that there is a lot of local potential here, you know what I mean, that could get to your level, you know what I mean, or probably it's just untapped. But there still is just, I think, want to see you get in the ring with somebody from here, like, because it's kind of like giving the local talent a shot. You know what I mean? Like that opportunity, you're kind of blessing somebody that doesn't have the look that you have with a good look because it's you that they're going to be fighting. You know what I mean? So that's definitely something that you're not opposed to in the future.
I mean, to be honest, I don't really think about it because it's like I said, there's nobody really, you know, Andre, his out of my camp, I would never fight.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've been sparring for years and years, so I don't really see who else, you know. Other guys are amateurs pretty much. So, hey, you know, I'm open to it down the line, but as of now, it's not something I really think about, to be honest.
Okay. Well, that's good to know that you're open to it at least. You know what I mean?
You know,
right circumstances.
Yeah. I'm trying to win another belt. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where your mindset is at right now.
Yeah. That's my next goal. Okay. You know, before I ever hang it up, is to get another belt.
So we still got a lot of great things to look forward to in the future from you.
God willing.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. You know what I mean? I say congrats to you and your success. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
And we are very proud of you.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
It's been a tough journey. You come a long way. You've, gotten through a lot of adversity. You know what I mean? Finding out and even sitting here talking to you, I have a whole lot more respect for you. You know what I mean? I always have, but to like kind of get to know you in this process of talking to you. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely admire your story.
Thank you.
We here at Culture of the Atlantic have a little gift for you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Let's bless you with this T-shirt.
Okay.
You're a part of the family now.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? I hope you wear it with good pride.
Okay. Thank you.
See that?
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. We appreciate you having us.
Yes, all right. Anytime.
This is Prophecy, Culture in Atlantic. This is Nikki Bascome, Bermuda Zone, and we out.